Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. Good to see you. So I haven't worn a beanie for a minute. It's been a while. But so you may think, what the heck is he doing in a beanie? Jenny, salam, decent hour. I mean, decent enough for California, Sean Azimi, California, anyway. But yeah, I haven't worn a beanie for like ever. Um, there was a time I did a whole year of lives in a cap or a beanie because I had buzzed my hair and it didn't look so good. No, it's a little. It's actually warm today, but it's been chilly. 23 degrees. Jeez, Pennsylvania. Got it. Yes, that's funny. That's funny. So tonight, the reason why I'm wearing this beanie is I just did a skit. This is a little different of a skit. I did one by side by side, so it was very different. I had never done something like that before, so it was kind of neat. So I'm in costume. I'm in gear, if you would. So go check it out. Comment, share, do what you want to do. Laugh at it. It's for entertainment. Well, tonight let's get into it. I qu- I wrote the question and you may have read it wrong. I'm telling you. I wrote the question to this live. Thank you. I wrote the question to, that first guy in the skit. That took a while for me to remember all that. That took me a while, and I think I did pretty decent. I think I got almost every thing on with him. He was tough. So, but it was fun. It was definitely fun. I was busting up myself laughing, so I had to stop, and it was funny. So I wrote the title of this live very different, very carefully, and I said, "What do you find an inspiration to you?" Now, you may think, well, I find this inspirational, I find this. And the question that I have is, what do you find inspirational, not what inspires you? This is so big because it's so um, intermingled, and I feel like it needs to be separated. Okay. I'll explain what I mean. See, there are things that inspire you, right? There are things that, yeah, when the things get rough and you get it, you're inspired. You're like, you know what, this is my why, this is the reason. All these things inspire me to do a better job in my life, and this, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, what do you find an inspiration to you? What I mean by that is this. Some of you may know I like toys, and I like gadgets, and I like fine things, and I have no problem with spending high dollars on products and stuff. I just like good things, right? So I like the more expensive things, right? So, and that's just a preference. That's how I've been all my life. But and it's not about just the brand. I just want to clarify that. I'm not one of those guys. Okay, but what I do find inspiration to me, and I want you to really pay attention, is what I see in other people that they do things that you would never, ever even imagine or think about can be done. And yet, when you see what they've done, you're like, oh, wow. Now, your mind may travel to all these different places, and I guarantee you, I'm not going to take you there. I'm going to take you a whole different place, right? If you're here live, throw some comments or something, so I know. Oh, you got your products there. I was going to actually check today. Awesome, awesome. I'll text you. So I'm I find that I find an inspiration in that, in other people doing things that are just like, I'll give you an example. Like I said, I'm going to take you somewhere that your mind is thinking of. I know what it's thinking. I'm going to go on this side. Watch. So there's this show that, and I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I do watch certain shows that I like, and but I don't spend a whole lot of hours, in front of TV. Maybe an hour and a half at the end of the day or something. But I was flipping through the channels, and I normally don't because I'm this kind of a weird routine guy. Once I get stuck with the show or something, I just like to continue. But I was flipping through the channels, and and I love. There's certain like category of shows I like, right? But this one category falls under like what I put it under is like dreams and inspiration and wealth and toys and gadgets and all this stuff for me ends up in one category, right? Like in one column. So I'm flipping through these channels, and I see the title of the show, and the title of the show says World's Most Secret Homes. I'm like, that's pretty cool because I'm into that stuff. I like the calmness, the awareness. I'm totally cool with a rural area. Even though I've never been, but I eventually that's where I'll end up. I know. Um, World's Most Secret Homes. Now, at a glance, the title is all like, "Wow, these homes got to be like at really like weird places." That's what I thought anyway. I'm like, "Oh wow, these secret, huh? Like, wow, there's got to be like holes in the wall, right?" And then I start to watch an episode. I watched an episode, and then I watched four more episodes in a row. I couldn't stop. I could not stop. You know, there are people who do things because they want things. And it just blows my mind when they actually talk about it when it's come to reality. It just blows my mind. Okay. So if you have this channel, or you can look it up, I'm pretty sure it's probably on YouTube or somewhere, but um, I have it on Pluto. You can get it on Pluto. It's called World's Most Secret Homes. And some of these homes are literally, you would not think a human being was able to build this home. Like, we're talking about extreme locations, hanging off a cliff, right by the most amazing, most gorgeous views around the world, and the most sacred, secret places. And people have come together, designers, engineers, all these people have come together to make somebody's dream come true, regardless of price or how impossible it sounds. They would bring the engineers on, and they would talk to the engineers, about the project. And it's just amazing how they talk about the project without any gloat, no ego, nothing. Just a humble service attitude that these people are saying, oh, yeah, he wanted that. So, we had to come up with it. Some of these people were carrying like giant, when I say giant, I'm talking like giant windows by hand because the trucks wouldn't be able to curve around the curves to get into where they needed to go to build a house. So they had to have manpower literally carry these giant windows. Can you imagine, like back in the pyramid days when they were building the pyramids, people were bringing like these big pieces of stones, right? So imagine that. Why? Because somebody wanted it. And it's amazing what the homeowners say. I just wanted a getaway place. This is not even their main place. Their getaway place is this thing in the middle of just God's amazingness, right? And you look at these people, and I mean, they seem pretty normal. But the engineering and the dreams and the concepts that these people have come together and put together and brought it to life are just incredible. What it shows you is, I loved, and first I heard this from Ray. He said, when you get something done that you never really thought you could do, like something impossible, right? Something really like rough and tough and so, just, you didn't think you would get it done. You do it, and then you think to yourself, well, I got that done. What else can I do? What else can I do? If I can do that, what else can I do? And I wonder, these people, what else can they do? What else can they do? Well, let me ask you this question. What else can you do? Or haven't you started doing much? You know, I'm very, very certain. I'm not even in doubt at all. I'm certain that when these people ran their ideas by certain people, not everybody, certain people, those certain people said, you're crazy. What are you thinking? Nobody can build a house there. What? You have it, what, hanging off a cliff? No, just not possible. Not possible. And then they go make it possible. And then have them over for what? Dinner. In that same house that they said it's impossible. Does that make you think? It should. It really should. It really should make you think. People say it's impossible. They go get it done. They invite them over to have dinner in the same house that they said it's impossible. I love that. Have you heard people tell you it's impossible? Can't be done? No way. I wonder if you should just throw in the towel or show it is possible and invite them over for dinner with the money you made through what they said it's impossible. I wonder if that would feel good. Folks, let me tell you something. Get a hold of this show, watch this show, and it'll show you that not a lot is impossible. And the coolest thing is this. I've talked about this before. It's not like they created this something out of thin air. Everything is here. They just came together. They just worked the kinks. They came up with ideas, everything, using every resource here that God has put on the earth. They didn't create anything out of thin air, out of their ears. Right? Everything's here. They used whatever that was here, and people said, no, that you can't use that. It's impossible. Well, watch. Not only is possible, not only I'm going to make the house, not only I'm going to invite you over for dinner, I'm going to end up on a show on TV so that the whole world can see what I made when you told me it was impossible. Come on. Like, hello. I mean, that's what's up. I think that's what's up. And I think so many of us should learn from that show. Hey, yeah, I actually got beat up pretty good yesterday about, not being possible and stuff like that. And guess what I'm doing today? I'm going live. Right? So you can throw in the towel and buy that, purchase that, sign that contract. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's impossible. Can't be done. All the other millions of people have done it. They're not real. I'm just going to sign that paper. Or, like I said, you can go out there, make it happen, no matter freaking what. Make that impossible possible. Invite them over for dinner with the money you made through, and then who knows? Maybe end up on stages around the world and tell the story too. So I think that it's such an important point that we miss every single day, that somebody says it's impossible, and what do? Immediately we go, oh, can you give me that paper? Where do I sign? Go ahead. Let me. Yeah, you're. Yeah. Let me sign that. You're right. It's impossible. Instead of saying, hey, listen, I tell you what, why don't you just put that piece of paper aside? I'll see you in a few. And then maybe reevaluate that piece of paper. Right? So you decide. You know how that quote says, whether you think you can or whether you think you cannot, you're right. I like to, I don't know, maybe throw this quote at you. I don't know if it's out there, but whether you think it's possible or whether you think it's impossible, you're right. So you just got to decide, right? So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. And remember, what you find an inspiration for you, not what inspires you. What do you find as an inspiration for you? Drop that in the comments below. Let this feed grow. If you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Spread the love, tag a couple people, go watch the skit, laugh, tag, share, all that stuff. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.